Hey everyone, welcome back to She Means Business. I'm Shikha, your host and founder of Chic Studio, where we help businesses grow through powerful digital marketing strategies. Today's episode is a big one, especially for all the business owners and service providers out there who felt the pressure to lower their rates just to get clients. We're diving into why you should never drop your rates and how to confidently charge what you're worth. I've got plenty of stories and tips for you in this episode, but the key takeaway is your rates represent your expertise, your value, and your commitment to delivering great results. Don't ever compromise on that just to make a quick sale. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. First things first, the big question is, why do we consciously or subconsciously feel like we have to lower our rates? It often comes down to fear. We fear losing clients to competitors, especially in industries like marketing, where the market is flooded with people offering the same services at every single price point. And it's easy to think, maybe if I lower my rates, I'll secure more clients and get more business. As an Indian woman myself, running a global digital marketing agency, I've faced my fair share of biases and challenges, from navigating stereotypes about leadership abilities to overcoming the assumption that I should be less assertive in negotiations. The journey itself hasn't been easy. Male-dominated rooms, I've often had to prove my expertise before even being taken seriously. Some clients and partners expected me to underprice my services, assuming I'd be more accommodating, either because I was a female or I was new in the industry. Who knows? But I've learned to stand firm on my values, trusting my skills and expertise, as should you. It's always important for me to show that as a daughter and as a woman to the public eye, that I could build something from the ground up without relying on networks or financial support, but to actually put in the hard work and to create those opportunities for myself through relentless effort, long nights, and unwavering determination. Now I aim to aspire other women to believe in their own strengths. We don't need shortcuts. We can build, lead, and succeed entirely on our own terms. And this comes also down to rates. It's important that you price correctly. So, what's the problem with this fear mentality that some of you might have when deciding how to price your services? It's short-sighted. It might bring you more clients in the short term, but clients are often not the ones who value your work. These type of clients. The pressure to lower the rates comes from a lack of confidence in your own worth and in the value that you're providing your clients. But let me tell you this, there are plenty of clients out there willing to pay more for quality. The key is finding those clients and knowing that you're worth it. Also, based on my experience, it's often the clients that pay you a lot more less are the ones that are more nitty gritty and the ones that will be all behind you for every single mistake that you make along the way, and that will just extremely increase your workload. So it's important to keep that in mind when finding the clients as well. It's all about who you decide to go with as a client and knowing who the right client is. This is such an important part of pricing and positioning your business. Not every single potential client is the right fit for you, and that's okay. When I first started off Chic Studio, I didn't fully understand this. I thought that every lead was worth chasing, but over time, I realized that that's not true. The right clients are the ones who understand and appreciate the value that you bring. They're not just looking for the cheapest service, they're looking for the best results. For example, we specialize in paid ads at Chic Studio, and then we started integrating social media management, email marketing, as other services that we provide clients as an add-on. Now, I could spend my time chasing leads from every single industry, but I know that our expertise lies in this field. That's where we can offer the most value. So instead of chasing every single lead in every single industry, I would actually tell you to narrow down your niche and focus on those specific clients that you think you could bring the most value to. It's clients that appreciate the data-driven side of things or the creative approach that we can kind of bring to campaigns. And guess what? The clients who are willing to pay premium rates, they are so excited to see the results that we are able to deliver. If you're feeling pressured to lower your rates, it might be because you're targeting the wrong clients. There are people out there who are willing to pay more. You just need to find them. You want to work with clients who value your expertise, not just the cheapest option on the market. That brings me to my next point. Be confident in your expertise. Confidence is key when it comes to pricing your services. If you're not confident in what you're offering, why should the client be? One thing that helped me build my confidence over the years is taking time to highlight successes. Every time we finished a project at Chic Studio, I document the results, or my team would document the results, whether it was, that we increased website traffic, higher conversion rates, we sold out an arena show, whatever it might be. These tangible results become the foundation of your value proposition. It's hard for a client to argue about the price that you're showing them when you have numbers to prove a point. It's always important that you provide case studies or examples of how you've done XYZ for a previous client in the same industry. Beyond results, certifications and expertise matter too. Whether it's specific marketing certifications that you and your team have, years of experience, or case studies like I mentioned previously, these elements really validate your expertise. This kind of shows potential clients that you're not just talking the talk, you're walking the walk. For example, at Chic Studio, we have a strong focus on data-driven marketing paired with creative strategy and creative output. That's what kind of sets us apart from other agencies. We integrate a lot of AI, automation, data reporting, and creative briefing in our ads that we kind of run on a day-to-day basis. And our clients know that when they work with us, they're getting a well-rounded approach that's both strategic and innovative. Take a moment to think about what makes you or your business unique. What are your unique selling propositions? For us, it's the combination of data and creativity. What is it for you? Figure it out, own it, and stand by it. And pitch it to your clients that you want to have in your portfolio. Clients pay for expertise, so make sure they know what makes you special. Let's talk about negotiation. Sometimes a client will really want to work with you, but they generally have budget constraints. So what do? Do you lower your rates? The answer is not necessarily. Just last week, I had a client that was super keen on working with us, but they were firm on their budgets. So essentially what we did is we removed some tiers or some, add-ons from the package that I offered them. And I said, we can accommodate you in this way by, reducing the number of posts per month, or by reducing some extra, dashboards that we provide to clients on our regular package. You need to accommodate them if you want to work with them while still staying true to the price and the budgets that they have. You don't have to always drop your price to make a deal work. Instead, negotiate based on scope. So let's say a client loves your work but can't afford the full package. What you can do is just, reduce the deliverables. Maybe a smaller campaign, shorter contract period, while you still keep your rate intact. This way, you're still providing value, but you're not undervaluing your time or your expertise. It's all about framing the conversation around value. Let them know that if they want a premium result, it comes at a premium price. But if budget is an issue, you can scale down the scope to match their current financial situation without sacrificing the quality of work. This kind of smart negotiation keeps your rates intact while still being flexible to the client's needs. Also, I've noticed that when you undercut your rates too much, you end up resenting the client. So it's always important to know your worth and stick by it instead of just, taking clients on just to fill your quota. One of the hardest lessons that I learned as a business owner is knowing when to walk away. It's tough, especially if you're just starting out and trying to grow your client base. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your business and your mental health is to say no to clients who don't respect your values. I remember a situation where a client was constantly pressuring me to lower my rates to match what other cheaper agencies were offering. And, I get this often as well, but this is just an example that happened to me this week itself. We were delivering great results for them, but all they saw was the price tag. After several back and forths, I decided to just say no and walk away. It wasn't worth compromising my business model and the effort that we were putting in to deliver quality work. On top of that, they wanted me to manage every single campaign, which wouldn't even allow me to scale my business if I were working knee deep on projects on a regular basis. It was just something that I couldn't do. And you know what happened? A few months later, that same client came back. They had gone with a cheaper agency and they didn't like the work. They realized that the value we offered, and they were willing to pay our rates, essentially. It was a powerful reminder for me that sometimes saying no opens up bigger and better opportunities down the line. Walking away can be scary, but it's often the best move that you can make. Don't feel like you have to take on every single client, especially if they don't respect the value that you offer. There's power in knowing your worth and standing by it. Before we wrap up, I want to share more tips on how to confidently stand your ground when it comes to pricing, because I know it can be difficult for a lot of you. So the first thing I would like you to do is communicate your value early and clearly in the negotiation process once you're pitching to clients. Make sure the potential clients understand what they're getting from you from the start. Break down the process. Show them the effort that goes into delivering results and why your price reflects that quality. Next thing I want you to do is stop being short-sighted. Focus on long-term relationships, not one-off projects. High-quality clients are often looking for long-term partnerships, and they know that investing in a good service provider from the start will get them that. When you focus on these relationships, you can build trust, loyalty, and a consistent stream of business without constantly chasing new clients. This also opens the doors for referrals. They'd be more than happy to offer and show other people in their industry how they got to where they are right now. And that could be you and how you help them grow as a company. Next thing I want to talk about is don't be afraid to say no. I can't stress this enough. It's okay to turn down clients who don't fit your business. It's not about being elitist. It's about protecting your time, your energy, and your business growth. The clients who understand your value will come, and they will be the ones that will be worth investing in. Number 4, position yourself as an expert. Whether it's through your content, your social media, your portfolio, your personal brand, make sure that you're showcasing your expertise and your uniqueness as a business owner. The more you position yourself as an expert, the less you will have to convince clients that you're worth your rates. Now, if a client is not seeing the value in your rates, that's on you. If you didn't communicate your value effectively, it's time to reassess your pitch, not your pricing. The second thing is that if they can't see your value, or if they do see your value, can't afford it, that's not entirely your fault. You might just have the perfect product or service, but you can't sell a Ferrari to someone who has a scooter budget. Not everyone who approaches you is your ideal client. Sometimes saying no is the best thing that you can hear. Remember, your expertise is valuable. Your service deserves the right price tag. Stand firm and wait for clients who truly understand what you bring. And dropping your rates today just devalues your business tomorrow. So hold your ground. At Chic Studio, we've actually increased our rates following our rebrand and investment in hiring new staff this summer. So to be honest, I'd rather have few high-paying clients than several low-paying clients. This kind of summer wraps our podcast today. So thanks for joining me today on today's episode of She Means Business. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love to hear your thoughts or stories about sticking to your rates. Feel free to reach out on social media or drop me a message. And of course, if you enjoyed this show, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who might need this as a reminder. Until next time, remember, you deserve to be paid what you're worth, and your expertise is priceless.